So there I was, knee-deep in the writing and editing of my Ben 10 Season 2 retrospective. For the intro skit to work, I needed some footage or images of Ben 10 toys and figures, so I do a little digging. I find what I'm looking for and should have went back to making the video, but for once in my entire life, I can happily thank my ADHD for once because I very quickly spiraled into a rabbit hole of old Ben 10 commercials and advertisements. This wasn't anything new to me because I've gone through this particular rabbit hole before, all in the search of one specific thing. A long-lost relic of my childhood, a commercial so nostalgic to me as it was one of my very first introductions to Ben 10 ever. The commercial might ring a bell to some of you who grew up with the original series like I did. It's a rather simple one. Ben transforms into Ghostfreak inside of a supermarket, drinks a can of soda, and then becomes transparent, showing the soda inside of his stomach. He then shouts something like, "I can see my soda." I remembered it vividly over 5 years ago, out of the blue, and thus began my half-a-decade journey of finding a very important piece of my childhood. It started off quickly with a quick YouTube search. Surely someone must have uploaded it, right? Wrong. Strange, but maybe it's listed over on the Ben 10 wiki. They do a lot of deep dives like that, and wrong again. Alright, it seems I've hit a dead end. Time to scroll through old commercials that people have uploaded to see if I can find— nope. At this point, I very quickly gave up. I wanted to find it so badly, but it was just an old commercial after all. But about a year went by, and throughout every minute, the commercial lived rent-free in the back of my mind. The commercial's a memorable one, surely other people must remember it too. But what if I was going insane? Did I imagine this commercial all in my head? I took to Google and started searching, finding one single post from Reddit user Keaton Fox. He made a post detailing the commercial, describing it exactly as I had in my head. Turns out, he was looking for it too, even longer than I have, but crickets. No one was able to help. Even on the Ben 10 subreddit, it was a bust. A dead end. Another year goes by, and at this point I'm in the depths of college, and the last thing on my mind is a silly little— another sleepless night of searching yields nothing. I review my list of evidence. I review the calculations. Something just wasn't adding up. Maybe Keaton had no luck because his post had no traction, so I decided to make a post of my own. Ben 10 fans are dedicated. Surely someone out there would see my post and provide a recording of the commercial. Only one response. They then deleted all their comments, and ironically, due to this, it made the conversation kinda look as if I had found it. And with that assumption, guess who came crawling out of his nostalgic rock, not too dissimilar to the one I was living under? Keaton himself, a man as lost as I was. He linked my post and asked if I had a copy of the commercial, which surprised me since I had still been in the midst of searching for it. I said no, and he pointed out the now one-sided conversation with deleted messages in that it sounded like I had found my answer and had been given the commercial. I wish I had better news for him. I informed him that it was a dead end, and he crept back under his rock just as I did mine. Another year went by, another post from Keaton, this time in the Lost Media subreddit. No replies. Keaton had posted around 6 different threads looking for this commercial, all in vain. It was lost. I as well gave it another shot, this time on the Lost Media subreddit as well. No replies. We had hit rock bottom. The search was futile and our efforts were wasted. But I wasn't ready to give up. I had one last push in me. One last trick up my sleeve. The Lost Media Wiki website. I gathered all the information I could, and as I wrote out a detailed post on the forum, I could envision the future ahead. An organized search effort for a piece of nostalgia that would define the website moving forward. Swarms of investigators and like-minded Ben 10 fans all rallying together for a single sole purpose. The unearthing of a commercial long buried by the passage of time. But it was a mere pipe dream. 2 days later, a reply. He didn't remember the commercial until the mentioning of Ghostfreak's quote, and mentioned that he would spread the word to a few tape collectors he knew. And that was the last I heard from him, 2 years ago. The search, officially, was dead. Until now, 2023. In my ADHD-fueled Ben 10 commercial marathon, I found it. Tucked away in the depths of the search results, Cartoon Network, January 2006 commercials. I was hesitant and unimpressed, disinterested. I scanned hours upon hours of similar videos with titles exactly like that. Surely this would be no different. But it was uploaded just a mere 3 months ago by the channel 2000's Media Archive, with a credit to user Christopher Walker in the description. And as I slowly skimmed through the video investigating why specifically it would show up when searching for Ben 10 commercials, I noticed something. A commercial that didn't quite fit the mold. It was a commercial advertising the premiere of Ben 10. I had seen countless of these at this point, all of them typically just showing clips from the show. But this wasn't that. This commercial had its own piece of animation and unique graphics, rotating through the different aliens. Diamond Head, Stinkfly, Accelerate, not what I was looking for. Interspliced was a sequence of Ben in a supermarket, biting at the Omnitrix. I remember this. Then, Ben began transforming into Ghostfreak, and my body shook with disbelief. The Ghostfreak transformation played, and my eyes grew 10 times their size, and my body shook further. My jaw hit the floor as a vortex through time manifested itself within my brain, traveling back 18 years to 2005 when I was only 6 years old. A commercial that had been playing ever since the sneak peek of Ben 10 aired in December 2005. The commercial that first introduced me to Ben 10. It was like reuniting with an old childhood friend. My body was still, but my mind was racing. By complete chance, I had found it. I could finally rest. Keaton could finally rest. Our adventure was over. We won. And now, as you've all been waiting for, here is the long-lost Ghostfreak Soda commercial, advertising Ben 10's premiere date of January 14th, 2006. Enjoy it, as I have.
Ha! I can cut anything, so cut me some slack.
Oh yeah! Oh, look in him!
Here I am! No, here I am! Now over here!
Why won't this thing
Work! That's better! Now for the experiment! Ben 10, 1 part kid, 10 parts hero. Saturday mornings at 10, premiering January 14th on Cartoon Network.
There it is! There's my soda!
Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the commercial because after not seeing it for 18 years, I definitely did. It's very important to me and I just had to share it with as many people as I could. Leave a comment down below if you remembered this commercial or if this was your first time seeing it. And while you're down there, why not leave a like on the video and subscribe so you don't miss out on a lot more content coming soon.